Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about a B segment sedan that's been previewed in Malaysia not too long ago after the Honda City have officially previewed in Malaysia. So there's a second B segment model that is previewed in Malaysia in 4th September. I think from the title you already know what I'm going to talk about. So the model I'm going to talk about is the 2020 all-new 4th generation Nissan Almera. So in today's video, I'm going to focus on the specification that will be offered for our Malaysia spec Nissan Almera. As well, I've also been talking about the performance of the vehicle, the exterior, the interior, and also what I think about the all-new 2020 Nissan Almera. So before we start, make sure to subscribe my channel, like and share my video if you like my talking series or my other walk around video content as well. So now let's cue the intro. So the Nissan Almera is in Malaysia for quite some time. The N17 generation Nissan Almera, which is came out since 2014. By the time the Nissan Almera is considered a rather okay selling B-segment vehicle in Malaysia. But it's already 6 years in Malaysia market. They are only received a few of the some improvement and facelift, which does not let the Nissan Almera up to date compared to its competitors such as the Toyota Vios and also the Honda City. So finally, in 2020, Nissan finally announced the all-new Nissan Almera in Malaysia in 4th September, which is previewed in Nissan showroom in Kuala Lumpur. So, based on the information that Nissan gave us, there will be 3 variants will be offered for the all-new 2020 Nissan Almera, starting from the base VL variant. Then moving onward, we have the VLP. The P stands for Premium, as well as the most higher spec, the VLT. The T stands for Technology, which the full spec will offer a lot more tech features compared to the other 2 variants. So now let's talk about the performance of the all-new Nissan Almera, which is also the party piece of the Nissan Almera, which is a new engine being offered in the all-new 4th generation Nissan Almera, which is a 1.0 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine. And most importantly, this engine is standard across all the variants for our Malaysia Nissan Almera lineup. So the 1.0 liter turbo 3-cylinder produces around 100 horsepower and 150 Nm of torque. So the power doesn't seem pretty high compared to its competitors such as the Honda City. Even the base 1.5 liter non-hybrid version can be pumped up 120 horsepower. Even our own brand, the Proton Persona, also pumps up 107 horsepower, as well as the Toyota Vios. But the party piece is the torque. So the torque is relatively high in 150 Nm of torque, which is 5 Nm more than the regular Honda City 1.5 liter petrol non-hybrid version. So given that it's the Nissan Almera is weighs less than 1.3 tons, so the torque and the power is more than enough for daily usage. As for the gearbox, the Nissan Almera standard across all of its variant is paired to a Xtronic CVT transmission and also with a new feature which is the Dstep logic. So what the Dstep logic claims is, it gives you the gear shifting while you are driving. It's sort of like the virtual gear as you found in the CVT gearbox, but the car will give you the impression that this car is changing gear even though this is the CVT transmission. So now let's talk exterior design. So the design is the night and day difference compared to the N17 generation Nissan Almera. Personally, I think the N17 generation Nissan Almera design is rather decent compared to its competitors such as the Honda City, the Toyota Vios, and also the Proton Persona. So as for the exterior, the Nissan Almera uses the Nissan's new V-Motion 2.0 design philosophy. So as you can see, that as for the front, you get the signature V-Motion grille design. And as you notice, the logo right here is laminated. This is because standard for all variants of the Nissan Almera in Malaysia, you get AEB. So for a B segment sedan, you get the rather complete safety feature. I think it's a pretty big jump compared to the N17 generation Nissan Almera, which is the previous generation, third generation Nissan Almera. So for the headlights, only the base VL and the VL Premium gets the halogen reflected headlights. The full spec VL technology gets the LED headlights, LED fog lights, and also LED daytime running lights. So as for the rims, for the base model you only get a single tone 15-inch alloy rims. As for the more higher spec 2 variants above, you get 16-inch dual tone alloy rims, which is a pretty nice design as well. So as for the brakes, front you get ventilated discs, rear you get drum brakes, which are not a big deal because this car is weight less than 1.3 tons. So front disc brake and rear drums should be enough to stop the car. So as for the side profile of the Nissan Almera, so Nissan claims that the new Almera is longer, wider, and also lowered compared to the predecessor unit. So as you can see, the car has a bit of a sporty approach to match the pretty young design compared to the Toyota Vios, and also the Honda City also went to this kind of design. And as for the full spec, the VLT, you get 360-degree camera for these both side mirrors, front and rear. So standard for the VLP and also the VLT, you get reverse camera as well. So moving onward to the rear, at the rear, it sort of gives me an impression of the mini Nissan Tiana that's introduced in overseas market. As you can see, the tail lights designs are rather similar compared to the new Tiana as well, and also the diffuser look-alike design. And standard for all variants, you get LED tail lights with smoke effect, which to me is sort of lets the car look more upmarket and also sporty as well. So as for the full spec, you get a gloss black dark teal spoiler. So to me, it adds even more sportiness to the Nissan Almera. So as for the interior also a massive step up compared to the predecessor Nissan Almera. So first thing, as you notice, you get keyless entry standard across the range. So only the VL variant you get fabric seats. Starting from the VLP variant onwards, you get combination of leather seats. Also Nissan named as zero gravity seats, which claims to have better comfort, but supportive wise is rather decent. And also, as you can see, the dashboard design are completely new. So starting from the VLP variant above, you get dual tone interior design with the white leather finishing on the dashboard. The VL variant does not get it. And also, you get some semi-digital meter for the VLP and the VLT variant. As for the VL, you only get analog meter, full analog meter. So as for the steering, you can adjust either up and down and telescopic. So it's a pretty ergonomic design in my opinion. And you get manual adjustment seats. The steering are also wrapped in leather except the VL variant. And for the high spec variant, you get cruise control. And basically the full spec, you get full of the bells and whistle in the car. So starting for the VLP variant onwards, you get the reverse camera. As for the full spec, you get the 360-degree camera. And the touchscreen infotainment is also Nissan in-house. It's named as Nissan Connect. 8-inch infotainment system which supports Apple CarPlay only. So you get single zone climate control with automatic function. And overall, the interior looks far more modern compared to the N17 generation Nissan Almera. So you get overall 3 USB ports and 1 12-volt socket for the car. 2 at the front, 1 in the armrest, and 1 for the rear seats. So there are no rear aircon vents being offered. And also you get the front center armrest to store your stuff. So it's rather good. And as for the rear seats, it's rather spacious as well, thanks to the longer wheelbase compared to the predecessor Nissan Almera. And also you get a center armrest. And the seats can be full 60-40 split if you need extra boot space. So the boot space of the Nissan Almera is claimed at 480 liters. And it's rather spacious. Underneath the boot floor is a space saver spare tire. So conclusion of the all-new Nissan Almera, in my opinion, I think the all-new Nissan Almera is the game changer for Nissan in Malaysia. Because for the past year, Nissan Malaysia does not do well in terms of the sales of the cars compared to its competitors such as Honda and Toyota. But now, after the new Nissan Almera came into our Malaysian market, it will give both Toyota Vios and the Honda City a very competitive fight. Because as for the new Nissan Almera, because of its locally assembled, so the price should be lower, and it's controlled around 80,000 ringgit Malaysia to 90,000 ringgit Malaysia. And given that the feature and the specification you give is a mild standout compared to the predecessor unit, and most importantly, the safety. So only the VL gets 2 airbags, the rest 2 variants you get 6 airbags, AEB as standard, electronic stability control as standard, ABS, EBD, so and so forth is also standard across the range. So in my opinion, this time Nissan have made a good decision for putting all those features in the all-new Nissan Almera, which are going to be the game changer for the whole Nissan lineup in Malaysia. So personally, I quite like the all-new Nissan Almera design thanks to the V-Motion design philosophy, and it's also quite spacious compared to the predecessor unit, and the design are far more modern compared to the old rather awkward design in my opinion, and also very sharp, very dynamic, and also very sleek as well. And also the color have been offered in the Nissan Almera are also very attractive, especially the orange color and also the red color, which are also similar to the Honda City in my opinion, the all-new Honda City. So yeah, this is my conclusion about the all-new Nissan Almera. So if you have any comments, you can comment down and let me know what you think about the all-new Nissan Almera. And be sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!